What's up, you guys? This is your girl Yo Yo, and I am back to bring you another review. This is my review on Love and Hip Hop Miami. This is season 1, episode 3, and it is titled Hey Stranger. So let's go ahead and get on into it. So we start out this episode with Bobby Lights meeting up with his boyfriend Jeffrey. Jeffrey's really cute. As a clean cut kind of guy. He's very cute. He says that when he first met Bobby, Bobby was the one that I guess helped him come out the closet, helped him be comfortable with his sexuality. They spent a lot of time together, and now that I guess Bobby's trying to jump on the train to fame, he has not been spending time with Jeffrey, and Jeffrey is not here for it. Um, so then Bobby professes his love by singing a song, and yeah, it's a no for me. Um, Pleasure meets up with Blue and Spectacular. And the guys talk about how good it is for them all to be back together again, and you can clearly see that they are genuinely happy to be back together. You can tell that they miss the bond and the brotherhood that they had years prior when Pretty Ricky was together before. So it's just really good to see them back together. So Spectacular brings up the whole thing with Shay. Pleasure basically says that Shay and Blue were wrong. So I was happy about that because he did not take sides. So Blue apologizes to Pleasure. He says that he doesn't disrespect women like that, and he wants Pleasure to set up a meeting with him and Shay so he can formally apologize to her face. So then Pleasure tells them about running back into Gabby. Blue is just basically like, I feel like she's an opportunist. She's just coming back around because we've been in the blogs and she sees that Pretty Ricky is back together. Basically seeing that Pleasure is back relevant again. Pleasure basically says that no, he doesn't think that she's that type of person. Spectacular basically tells him just to be careful. So he tells them that, even though he was with Gabby for some years and he feels like she's the one that got away, that Shay has held him down from day one, and Blue tells him that if Shay is his rider, he needs to stick it out with her. Pleasure is shocked to see that Blue is Team Shay, just like the rest of the world. So then Michelle Pooch is out with her friend Malik. She says that everybody thinks that he's her boyfriend, and Malik is really cute. He's a handsome, dark chocolate, clean cut man. He has some very pretty teeth, very pretty black skin. So he says they've been friends for 3 years, and he basically confirms that he is gay. He was giving me gay tease. So I wasn't really shocked that he did confirm that he that he's gay. But he said he's not ready to come out the closet. I think he's like a brand ambassador in Miami, and he works with a lot of high profile clients, and he feels that if he was to come out as an openly gay black male, that the people that he works with now would be more hesitant to work with him. So Prince is hosting a party. Like, I don't like Prince. He's cute, but he is corny. Like, he's one of those guys that he's cute to look at, but as soon as he opens his mouth, like, you just instantly turned off. He's hosting a party for NFL player. T says that even though, he portrays to be single in the streets, he actually does have a girlfriend of 3 years. Her name is Liz. So she's blowing him up constantly. He's not answering her. And so the guy that he's hosting the party for basically tells him just turn up and handle everything tomorrow. So then we're introduced to JoJo, and I really like JoJo. JoJo's really pretty. She's a stylist to the stars. She wants to open a shop in Miami, but her daddy will not finance it. And her daddy gives me like mob boss teas, like cartel teas, like that. He scares me, so I'm not gonna say too much about him. Um, he wanted her to become a lawyer, but fashion was her passion, so she took a different route. So he basically tells her she has 6 months to get her business up and running, or he's gonna cut her off. I think that's what he said. Um, so she wants both of her parents to be at her grand opening, and her father basically says her mother can go fuck herself. So he definitely was not here for it. Amara meets up with Steph LaCour. Steph is really, really pretty. That blue hair looks really good on her. So Steph tells Amara about the whole Young Hollywood incident and how he basically tried to downplay what he said to Amara and made Amara seem as if she was lying on him, and that he would apologize to her only if Steph agreed, not Steph, Veronica agreed to go out on a date with him. So Prince's girlfriend Liz pops up on him and she's like, you didn't come home. This is what I'm talking about. He's like, well, I was working. But she's like, it doesn't hurt for you to answer a call, respond to a text. And I 100% agree. I don't give a damn how much working you're doing. If you know you're not going to come home because of said work, then I need to know. And so she's basically like, nigga, the food you eat, I pay for. The clothes you wear, I buy for you. The toilet you wipe your rump with when you go take a doozy, I pay for it. So, like, nigga, you stay with me. So he basically like, oh, you my sugar mama now? And she's like, I mean, call a spade a spade. So he basically tells her, well, you can leave right now. And like he's really a asshole to her. He says that he did cheat on her in the past, and I guess that's where her insecurity and trust issues come from. So, my nigga, if you know this, then you shouldn't get upset because you caused her to be insecure. I can't stand Prince. So, Pleasure meets up with Shay, and she shows up with a Miami Dolphins helmet on her head. Like, I don't know who is her hairstylist or who told her to put that wig on her head, but no ma'am, like please fire them ASAP because they got you on TV looking crazy. Like, oh my gosh, that was the worst wig. Oh my god, it was just terrible. He basically tells her that Blue, he talked to Blue. Blue wants to apologize to her. She is surprised. She tells him that he is the love of her life. He tells her that he doesn't want her to hold him to a standard because he is far from perfect, and she is confused as to what he means. And basically what he means, Shay, is that I'm gonna fuck up and I'm probably gonna creep with Gabby, but I'm not perfect, so it's okay. Like, anywho, JoJo meets up with her mother, who tells her that her father sent her the divorce papers. JoJo is upset because her parents have been together her whole entire life. Her mom says that he does not want to give her any money to live off of. He just wants to basically divorce her with nothing, and she says if he wants a divorce, then he got to pay her. Jeffrey goes to meet with Malik, who we find out is Jeffrey's ex. And you can clearly see that they have chemistry. Like, you can clearly see they have history. The way they look at each other, the way they just vibe off of each other, you can see something there clearly. Malik says that him and Jeffrey dated for a while. They sang out at the strip clubs, and to the public eye, it looks as if they were just homeboys kicking it, when in actuality, they were dating. And he said when things got too serious, he booked it and says he regrets it to this day because he really, really loves Jeffrey. And He tells him, no, you're looking good, and I miss you. And when Jeffrey says it back, Malik gets emotional. He has to walk away. And so he says in his confessional that he struggles daily with his sexuality and coming out in the open and just being open with the public and being who he is, and happy. And I just feel like if people don't want to work with you based on your sexuality, then that's their problem and it shouldn't be yours. You shouldn't have to cover who you are just because people will have something to say about it or people will feel some type of way. No, it's your life. You got one life to live. Live the best life you can and be happy, please. So Jeffrey goes to check on him and they tell each other that, they love each other and they start kissing. And like I said, once again, you can clearly see the chemistry is there. And I just think it's about to be deuces to Bobby Light. JoJo's grand opening, her shop looks really, really good. Veronica shows up with Young Hollywood so he can apologize to Amara. He says that Amara got his words twisted, and I'm just looking like, no, nigga, you were disrespectful to her and her beautiful blackness and her afro and just the uniqueness of her. You were very, very disrespectful. So, no, nigga, she didn't get you. She didn't misunderstand nothing you said, nigga. You said it, my nigga. Like, come on now. Then he called her ignorant, and she was just like, seriously? Like, my nigga, no. So then Amara asks him if he's apologizing to her because he genuinely means it or because he wants to tap Veronica's ass. And it's clear that the only reason he apologized to Amara is because Veronica and Steph wanted him to. Because I feel like if he wanted to apologize to her, you could have reached out to her through a different channel before you even met Veronica. If you were so heartfelt and so genuine and so sincere about your apology, you could have reached out to her on your own time and apologized to her. You didn't have to wait for somebody to tell you that you needed to apologize to her in order for you to apologize to her. So, Young Hollywood, please go sit down. And you came in there looking like an extra off of one of Chris Brown videos. Please, sir, have a seat. Like, you are lame. You are corny. And like she said, you are what perpetuates, self-hatred in the Latin community, and it's the same in any community. You have black people that hate other black people or just hate their blackness in general. You have white people that hate other white people that hate their whiteness in general. So it's not just a Latino thing. It happens in every culture, and it's a fucked up thing because at the end of the day, you are who you are, and you be who you are, and you be proud of who you are because you were made beautiful. And Amara is very, very beautiful in her blackness, in her Spanishness, her culture. Everything about her is freaking phenomenal. So for you to sit up here and try to change that, like, you're a dickhead, sir, and you need to have several seats. And I hope that people watch this episode or the first episode of Love and Hip Hop, and they really don't want to work with you because you are very ignorant. You're the ignorant one. You want to call her ignorant. Like, please, sir, have a seat. Like, and I need Famona not to bring him back next season because he is very, very problematic. And it is a discussion that needs to be had. And I'm kind of glad it's being showcased on Love and Hip Hop. But, like, he really needs a reality check. Like, very seriously. So he storms off telling her God bless her. And she like, yeah, God bless all of this. And I was like, yes, honey. And so Amara basically tells Veronica that if she deals with him on any level, then she's done with her. And Steph's like, no, you can't put her coochie on lockdown. But this is my thing. I wouldn't want to be with anybody that offended my friend to that level. And then you only want to apologize when I tell you to apologize. Like, no, I cannot be with nobody that ignorant because I feel like ignorance is contagious. Like, and clearly, like, after this episode, I'm not gonna like Veronica. So JoJo's father shows up. Her mother's upset that he's there. Her parents argue, and JoJo is noticeably embarrassed. Her father apologizes to her. We get to the Pretty Ricky event, and they're at, I think, Mr. Cream. He's one of the first, I guess, ice cream men in Miami or something like that. They get their own dessert. And Shay is there with yet another helmet on her head. This time it is blonde. And under the blonde, you can see her black edges and like all around it. Like, ma'am, please get you another hairstylist because I am not here for it. And Shay is not an ugly girl, but that hair, ma'am, no God, honey. Like, please, please, please. If you have any real friends, they will tell you to please just stop. Anywho, Blue apologizes to Shay. They make up. Pleasure's ex Gabby shows up. She looks sickening, honey. And she says that he's been giving her mixed signals. So, and she hasn't seen him since the dinner. So she wants to pop up on him. And she heard about the Pretty Ricky event. And she just wants him to know that she still supports him. So Shay comes back from wherever she went, and the guys are like watching like this a movie, and they kind of like trying to divert her attention elsewhere and get his attention at the same time. But Shay like, oh no, y'all on some bullshit, like something going on, something in the water ain't clean. So she sees Gabby feeding Pleasure ice cream, and Shay has an ice cream cone in her hand. And I don't know if Shay plays softball, but like she directly she threw that ice cream cone and hit Gabby dead in the middle of her forehead. Like, and Gabby was just shocked. Like, she couldn't do nothing. And then the episode goes off. Like, I get tonight's episodes. Out of 1 out of 10, I give it like a 9.5. It was very, very entertaining. It was very, very good. I'm loving this season of Love and Hip Hop Miami. Let me know your thoughts on tonight's episode down below in the comments section. Remember to subscribe to my channel. Thumbs up this video, and I will talk to you guys Wednesday for the Black Ink New York review. Talk to you guys later. Bye.